Beverly here, and I'm here today to tell you about my 5 top favourite biscuits. I had to think about that and I have no idea why. And also just a little warning: if you hear dogs whining, children playing, laughing, screaming, or people just generally walking by, I've got my window open because I didn't want to melt in front of the camera, because that's just a messy process and I don't think that'd be much of a thing to watch for you guys, so that's why. Anyway, let's get to the top 5 favourite biscuits. See you in the next clip. Number 5 of the top favourite biscuits are the custard creams. Now, I would be very, very honoured to be the custard cream right now being on my list, because I'm a very picky biscuit eater. If it's not the right kind of sweetness to the right kind of crunchiness, then it doesn't make the cut for me, and if it doesn't taste right with a coffee or a tea, it doesn't work for me. So the custard cream just about edges it in on number 5 because of the sweetness on it. And it's a little biscuit sandwich, 2 little biscuit vanilla flavoured things with a very sweet custard. Well, I won't say it's a custard flavour as such, more of a vanilla sweet cream in the middle, and it's really yummy. Sometimes I like to split it in half and lick the cream and then dunk the individual biscuits afterwards into my tea. And sometimes I like to shake it up a bit and not do that at all and just dunk the whole damn thing in there, and the cream melts and it tastes so good. Oh, it's the best thing in the world, and that's why the custard cream is number 5. Number 4 is the hobnob. Now, the hobnob is like the marine dunkers of all the biscuits. It takes a while for it to soften up, and that's why I like it, but it's not really all that sweet. And the reason why it's number 4 is because it's not sweet enough sometimes, but it can also be a really nice biscuit to have instead of a custard cream or an Oreo. It's probably a little bit healthier than the custard cream, on the basis of the fact that it's made out of oats and golden syrup and stuff, so it's a bit like a flapjack, I would say, but it's in a biscuit form and it's just really nice. Number 3, and it's back to a sandwich biscuit kind of thing, and it's the chocolate bourbon. It's basically a chocolate biscuit with chocolate cream in it, and it's just the best thing in the world. Now, that in mind, you dunk that in a coffee or a tea or whatever hot drink you're dunking that thing in, be warned, you do not want to dunk it too long. Like the custard cream, it's a bit fragile. It only takes 1 dunk and it's softened. It wears its heart on its sleeve, and the poor thing doesn't like to be dunked too often, and it rather just be in your mouth melting. The gloriousness of it all. And another reason why it made number 3 is because it's chocolate. So that brings me to number 2, and it's a bit more on the plain side of things, and it's the McVitie's Digestive Plain, not chocolate, just plain. Simply because it's a very versatile biscuit. I put it with cheese, I put it with my coffee, and I have it for a breakfast in the morning with some fruit like some bananas and some grapes. It's just a well-rounded, versatile biscuit, and it's one of the biscuits that kind of doesn't give too much energy, and it's kind of healthier than the hobnob and the custard cream and the bourbon, basing on the fact that it doesn't have a lot of ingredients. It's just made out of wheat.
People walking by looking by your window thinking, okay, what is she doing?
But this brings me to number 1. Number 1. Ginger nuts, ginger biscuits, whatever you want to call them, ginger snaps and things like that. It's number 1 for numerous amounts of reasons, but mainly because it's made out of ginger, and ginger is my weakness. It's spicy, it's sweet, it tastes good with a tea, not a coffee. Now, it's essential you remember this when you try a ginger nut. Do not, I repeat, do not have it with a coffee. It's just the coffee, the bitterness of a coffee and kind of the bittersweet ginger nut biscuit it dunked into your coffee. It just doesn't taste right. It has to be a really strong cup of tea. Preferably, in my case, this is my personal opinion, so it's not necessarily have to go out there and buy tea bags and ginger nuts just to have, so you can try ginger nuts. I do recommend trying them on their own first, then try them with whatever drink you have during the day. But I prefer a strong Yorkshire tea or Twinings tea, breakfast tea, with my ginger nut, simply because the tea adds a little bit more sweetness to the biscuit and it just complements each other. Yeah, ginger nuts is my #1 favourite of all time, and I can go for a whole packet in like an hour, and I got the stomach to prove it. And yeah, it's an overall great biscuit. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was fun to make and edit and stuff like that and put it out to you guys for you to watch, and I hope you've had fun watching it. What's your favourite biscuit? Let me know what you support down in the below box. There's also a video I did only a day and a half ago, so check that out. It's called #DearMe. Check it out. It's to support International Women's Day that's just fleeted by swimmingly, and as a woman I gotta support my ladies out there. It's basically about advising your younger self, but I put it out there for you guys, so maybe that advice can help you. So right, yes, that is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave you guys to your day. Have a great day. Ciao, bellas and senors. Peace.
Hi.